So, it's been a little while since I uploaded anything. I was going to upload some stuff a week ago, but I was sick and my voice has been screwed up. Still kind of is, but... So what we're looking at here is the new ray traced, path traced, whatever the heck they call it, the fancy new lighting update for Cyberpunk 2077. So let's take a look at settings. This is running on a 3.2 gigahertz Intel Core i9-12900K. Or I think it's actually a KS. I think this is, sorry, KF. I think it's a KF with no video. Same difference though, performance-wise. With 64 gigs of RAM and a 24 gig NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 video card. So, taking a look here, everything's maxed out. We got everything running. Motion blur's off. Field of view is turned all the way up. I like a wide field of view. And then I am running on the DLSS quality setting. I don't really like to down it much, but supposedly you have to use it to get it to run at a playable frame rate. I don't even know what this is. Maybe that'll help. I did see some slightly less than appealing aliasing going on. Okay, so... Oh, that does look better. You know, it looks nice. I originally didn't see any differences. I actually see more differences in the dark with the way the light reflects and the wetness and stuff. But honestly, what I see when I play these games is I see how far we still have to go. They always talk about how close these games are to photorealistic, and I mean, it's closer, but it has a way to go. So let's ride around in the city a little bit and take a look at how it looks. Oh, that's interesting. I must not have had it running at full, because now it is. I was getting like 90 FPS or something before. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Because everything I've seen online is that this just absolutely annihilates your computer. So, but I've found that Cyberpunk looks good down into like the high 40s, as long as you have a computer that's actually capable. So like if I were to try to do this, like let's say I would try to do what I'm doing here on, say, like a 4070, for example, even if it could hold the same frame rate, it wouldn't look as good. There's just something about it's hard to explain, but let's mess around with it a little bit and have some fun and see how it runs.
The name of the game in Japan is Chico! Life in a lot.
So it's definitely playable. I mean, there's no. I mean, you can see it's dropping into the low to mid 40s, and every now and then there's a slight bit of perceivable lag, but it's not as bad as you would think if you're just used to absolutely having to run at like 60 FPS plus. It's not that bad. I think it would be perceivable if it was a little bit higher, maybe up to like 65 or 70. But again, it's not that bad. So.
Crazy fool!
Got a boost! Surround her! Roger! You're only making it worse for yourself. Come out! He's wounded! Don't break ranks!
So it's definitely more noticeable, the lighting in like nighttime. Like it just looks amazing at night like this. I didn't see it as much in the daytime setting. But I'll probably leave it at this. This should give you guys a pretty good idea of what to expect on a higher end build like this, as far as how, you know, how much better it looks. Maybe I'll do one more thing here. I'll see if I can change the settings to medium. Let's see. So just the standard medium setting. So I would say most systems that can actually run Cyberpunk are going to be running it at like 2K medium settings for your average setup, because most people that are trying to run this game are going to be trying to run it on like I don't know, like an i7 8700K with like a GTX 1080 Ti or something like that. That's what I'd really expect to be running something like this on. So let's see what the actual difference is. Here, is everything off? Okay, so all the fancy stuff is off, so let's see what happens. So, and this is what I'm always trying to tell people. Yeah, it's definitely on the medium setting, looking at our frame rate. Oh, that's interesting. Definitely a little bit of pitching going on. I probably need to restart the game for that to go away, but sometimes that weird stuff like that happens when you do really big setting changes without restarting. I wonder if, let's see if we can do this. Let me do VSync for some reason. Let me try that. Just to force it to do something else. Did I change it? That might have done it. It's not like you really need to do that. Oh, that's funny. Huh. 218 FPS. I didn't know it could run this high at medium. I didn't know Cyberpunk could ever hit those kind of numbers at any setting. Anyway, though, so this is the interesting thing with this, though, is that I'll do another video on this, but the actual gameplay experience really isn't that much different. I mean, you've even still got wet reflections on the surfaces even. Like, I would have expected all that to go away. So the fundamental experience of the game is still here. In fact, let's put it down to, let's go as low as we can go. So, I mean, that just gives you another idea. It's just, even at the lowest settings, most of the experience on a lot of these newer games is still there. When it looks bad is when you have a system that can't even handle, that struggles to even handle at the low setting, so you can't even hit like 35 FPS on the low setting at like 720p, and then you try to run it, then it looks like garbage. But if you have a system like this, would be a great look for like a 6700K with like maybe a GTX 1070, something like that on like a 1080 monitor. Yeah, I mean, it's not this nice, but still. Anyway, though, I hope you guys find this interesting and informative, and thanks for watching the video.